Hello everybody, welcome back to JuJu's Journey. Today is June 6th, it's a Saturday, 2026. I'm going to stuff my envelopes one day early just because I'm not planning on leaving my house today. As you can probably tell, I'm very stuffed up, sinusy, I'm not feeling the best. And so I said, let's just go ahead and do this because I'm bored and I love stuffing my envelopes. So if you're new here, I'm a 58-year-old widow living for the first time on my own, living on a very tight budget. I get $3,000 a month. I'm using a zero-based budget. If you're not familiar with what that is, that's where you take all of your income and give every dollar a job. And I do that by stuffing cash envelopes. And I have a lot going on right now, so I'm a little bit anxious about how I'm going to budget for the next couple of months, but I'm going to go ahead this week and go by whenever I planned my June budget. I'm going to stuff like I had originally planned today, just because I'd already updated my budget sheets. And then going forward for the rest of the month, I'll probably tweak it a little bit because I had a huge oak tree that fell last week and it's going to cost a lot of money to have it removed. Only part of it fell, so the other part's got to be taken down, but it's a 70-year-old oak tree, if you can only imagine how huge that is. Very big. And so I don't want to unstuff anything that I've worked so hard since 2025, January. I've been using this method since January 1st, 2025, and it's remarkable. But like I said, I'm on a very tight income, so my savings that I've saved is very minute, to say the least. But, I mean, it's doable. We'll figure it out. I just have to process. I've got to get a few estimates, and then I'll know more where I stand. And if you know me, I'm ADD, so I like to start things on Monday. So I'm planning on trying to get at least 2 or 3 estimates on the tree removal. Anyway, let's just jump in and get started. We're going to start out with my cash wallet. This goes in my purse with me every single week. And we'll start by unstuffing my cash wallet. Okay, we're going to start with my receipts because I scan those into Fetch Rewards. And if you're unfamiliar with what Fetch Rewards is, it's an app you can download on your phone. I'll put it in my description. And you scan your receipts in and get points. And all of those points add up, and then you can redeem them for various gift cards. I've gotten a $50 Amazon card just by scanning in my receipts. Okay, so JuJu was empty. I pulled these 1s and a 5. I'm going to set them over to the side. Groceries, I've got a 20. Dining out, I still have 10. Lunch money is going to stay in because I let that accumulate. Miscellaneous, I will pull. If I can get my finger in there. And giving stays. And then let's get our change. Oh, goodness. You have no idea how much change adds up, guys. And I roll my change. And I've got lots of change I can go turn in. And I'm trying to decide how I want to do my change. I think I need to have a bucket just for my change money. And do something special with it. Whether it be by I don't know. We'll just have to let it play out and see how the future goes. Okay, so we do have my cash wallet cleaned out. I'm going to set this money Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. I was doing, and I still am going to do, this is my savings binder. It's like playing a game, right? And so what you do, like this is a $1 savings challenge. And so every $1 bill that I save, you know, you mark it off and then you place it here. And when the sheet's full, you'll have $60. And then when the sheet's full, I would pull that money and apply it towards one of my sinking funds or something that I'm looking forward to. It could be even something as simple as vacation or buying a special gift for someone. You know, of course, the choice is yours. I was also doing this savings challenge where $5, and so of course, if I had $40, it would be, I would just check off $5 until I reach $40 and place that money there, and then once it built to the point where I was done, I would take the $300 and apply it to where it needed to, where I decided for it to go. Well, I've already made a decision that all of this money is going to, I'm going to snowball 4 expenses that weigh heavy on my heart. They're the ones I'm more anxious about. So I said, you know, why not just do it on a weekly basis? So from here on out until I get those fully funded, I'm just going to stuff my $1 bills and do a $1 savings challenge every week. And then apply the other money to the sinking fund that I'm working towards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ones that I get to mark off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so I will go ahead and still continue this savings challenge. And that'll be $60 when it's done, and that'll be great. But I can go ahead and start seeing my rewards every week, and kind of take my anxiety away a little bit by doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and count. These are the 4 bills that I need to snowball. House insurance, car insurance, house taxes, and car taxes. Well, the last time I just completed that $300 savings challenge and applied it to my car taxes, which are not due until next March 2027. But it's fully funded now. That $300 took me over, and it's fully funded, and I was only stuffing $20 a week in this cash envelope. So now I'm going to take that $20 and start stuffing it on my house taxes until it's fully funded. So I'm going to do a snowball, pay off all of this money, and then once all of these bills are paid off, sitting in my high yield savings account, then, you know, I can breathe a little bit better. So I'm going to take my overage and start working on my house taxes. I think car taxes. No, house taxes is next. And so we have 10, 20, 40, $5. $45 that I am going to add to house taxes. And today is 6/6, so I'm just going to go ahead and put 6/7 just because I did that. I already did it. So what was it, $45? And so that's going to be, I don't know where my brain is. Should make me $8.90, I believe. So I'm just going to add it up real quick. 845 point plus 45 point equals. So now I have $890, or I will after I put in $45 into the car taxes. And my goal for that is $1,200. So if I keep doing that weekly on top of stuffing, I think I'll have this one fully funded soon. And that will make my life a lot easier. So now that I've taken care of that cash, let's go ahead and stuff my wallet. Okay. So here we go. This is my bank binder. I pull all of my money in the right denominations at the beginning of every month. I get paid once a month, $3,000. So I go to the bank, get the cash in the right denominations that I'm going to need to do my cash stuffing for the whole month. And I go ahead and place it in this binder. Can you see how full it is? And at the end of June, this binder will be empty. Completely empty. I call it my bank binder. That way I don't have to run to the bank every week. So JuJu, that's me. I'm going to see if I can set it up like this. I give myself $50 a week. So I'm going to pull 2 20s and a 10. Okay. And I can spend this money any way I choose to my liking. Maybe I should do it like this. Can you see that way? Next is groceries. Groceries, I give myself an allowance of $50 a week. And that's also 2 20s and a 10. And like I said, I've already pre-planned for the whole month the right denominations I need to move forward. Dining out gets 30. So that's a 20 and a 10. And so, here we go there. Lunch gets a 20. So I'm going to pull lunch. And then miscellaneous gets 10. And miscellaneous is if I spend too much on lunch, I can pull from miscellaneous if I need to. And giving gets a $5 bill every week. And that's to be used at my discretion if I see somebody that I want to give extra to. Maybe it's a waitress. Maybe it's someone that I feel that needs help with their groceries. Something like that. But I do have $15 right here. And I also have a gift card that I bought that I need to give out to someone that I feel is, that I would like to have it. So that's my cash wallet. It's stuff for the whole entire week. And I'm going to do everything in my power to not use my debit card, you know. So the next thing is, and we'll just go through this binder real quick. These are all my bills that are drafted from my checking account. I'm very fortunate using this method, the zero-based budget and cash envelope stuffing. I managed to become 1 month ahead, meaning I keep $3,000 at all times. I usually keep more in my checking account, but it never goes below 3. And then I pull 3 in cash when I get paid to do my weekly cash stuffing. And my goal is, of course, is to be 3 to 6 months ahead in my expenses. But I go ahead and pull that money. I pull the cash because I am 1 month ahead, because I like to touch my money and it makes me feel like I'm physically taking $3,000, paying my bills, which I have health insurance, water bill, electricity, phone bill, internet, checking fees, a car service plan, a scrubby subscription, another subscription, gas money, which is drafted because I'll use my debit card at the gas pump. And then pet food med, which I'm not stuffing that right now. And then we get to all the cash that I have pulled and all the denominations I need. I put in a 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and then I have overflow money. And this is the money that I stuff my weekly envelopes with right here. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and get this high priority sinking funds. So my house insurance, we're going to start there. That's my biggest bill. And I pay it once a year, and it's due next February. And my goal is like $3,600 to have in this envelope. And right now I only have $1,160. And we're starting into the 6th month. So there's no way, unless I jumpstart this, that goal is going to be reached, you know. But each week I do put $50 in. And I put a $50 bill. I did consolidate and take money to the bank last week. So I've got $1,100 $50 and $60. These placeholders, that's just fake money I got off of Amazon with my sticker on it. I put it in my high yield savings account, and it's sitting there drawing interest. And I'll put that link. I use the Ally, and so far it's been really good. I made $46 in interest last month. So it's working for me. It's better than my own savings account at my local bank. Okay, and it's so easy to sign up. I'll put my link in the description if you're interested. Car insurance gets $40. Let's see if I had to turn that one over yet. Nope. So let's do 2 20s. Okay, so car insurance should be at $840. So we've got $500, $600, $700, $840 in car insurance. And that's due next February 2027 too. But these 4 bills are the ones that are the most expensive, the ones that have to be paid no matter what. I pay them once a year. I do get a discount for doing that. But it still just eats away at me. Like I'm supposed to have like $2,400 in this envelope by next February. Okay? So this is where it gets interesting. This is where I'm going to do the snowball effect. So I was putting $20 a week, I think. $20 a week in car taxes. Now that car taxes is fully funded, I'm going to start putting that $20 into house taxes. And I normally was putting $25 a week in house taxes. So now what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to take the $25 that I normally would put in, and now I'm going to take the $20 that I was putting in each week for my car taxes. And so now each week I'm going to be stuffing $45 instead of $25. So I'm stuffing the same amount, but just putting it in a different envelope. So now I should have $890 in my house taxes. And this one should be fully funded really soon if I continue using my overage each week and double stuffing. And then I can start adding the money to the next category. I think that's going to be my best bet on becoming fully funded, so I can take a breath of fresh air and not be like worried, you know. There's something about having financial security, and I'm not quite there yet. I'm still panicky after my husband died. I know it's been a while. I mean, 1 year and 6 months, but I'm still very worried about not having enough money. So we've got 500, 600, 700, 800, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that's $890 in house taxes. Oh, goodness. And yay, car taxes is fully funded, so we can give ourselves a big thumbs up for that. Pets and vet is going to receive a 20. Which, let's see how much this gives us. We've got 100, 200 in my savings, and $40 cash. So $240. Yay! And I categorized in my high yield savings account. It gives you buckets that you can name. So when I transfer money over, I put exactly what's going to go to each bucket. So whenever I do have to pull the money, I know, I can pull it from that bucket. Emergency is going to receive 5. See, if I get those 4 fully funded, then I might be able to start stuffing more in this. So the $105 is what we have for emergency saved up. Of course, I still have emergency money that I saved up from last year, but like I said, it's not enough to take down a tree, and I don't want to unstuff what I've already done. So I might just not stuff a few things for a couple of months until I figure out how I'm going to pay for my tree. Savings is going to get a $5 bill, and that should bring us at 105. So I got 100 in the bank and $5 that we're stuffing this week. Medical is going to receive $5. And if you can tell, so that's going to make it $105. If you can tell, I'm kind of monotonous about some of these things. Emergency, savings, medical, that could all be one category. But no, I've got to, in my head, it's the thing in my head that I want to make sure I'm planning for the future. It's giving me an extra sense of security. Like, no, I've got 3 things working towards this, not just one. Car maintenance is going to receive a $5, and that should bring us at $60. So let's see. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. My sticker's stuck. So we have $50 in the bank, and then plus 10, so that's $60 for car maintenance, which I should not have any. My car's new. House maintenance is going to receive a $5, and I probably will use house maintenance to help take care of that tree in the yard, although I was saving up to paint. You know, we'll have to see. Who knows? Who knows? Month ahead is going to receive $5. And that should bring us at $65. So we've got 50, 55, 60, 65. I can't wait to start stuffing my month ahead. I have a month ahead binder. And I can't wait to start stuffing that. So we've got tax prep and Amazon Prime that I do not stuff right at this moment. And then our next envelope binder is the fun one. I call this the fun one. June had 5 weeks, and I did not save for June. So that kind of got to me, you know. But I started this. This is the first time I'm going to stuff a 5th week. Our next 5th week month is in August. So I'm going to put $5 in. I budgeted that. Oh, no, I have plus 10. Never mind. So let me go back and put a 10 in. And that way, my only goal for 5th week is just stuffing my cash wallet. Not all of my categories. Okay, vacation is going to receive 20. See, I really don't want to have to stop stuffing my vacation. I've already got it on the books. And I should have $230. So we've got 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 210, 230. $230 saved up for vacation. We've rented a house for October. The first week in October. We're going to be there for 8 days. It's going to be nice. Entertainment is going to receive $5. Oh, I did use $5. I used money out of this. That really irks me. I'm down to $5. Because I had to pay $200 to get that tree removed. The tree limb just taken out of the tree just dropped. My neighbor charged me $200. So I took $100 from here to pay him for entertainment since I hadn't used it all year. And so now I've just got $5 back in there. And Adventure is going to receive 10, which I had to use Adventure money too. Let's see what this puts us as in Adventure. This envelope is a little bit stiff. Yep, should bring us up to $70. Let's see. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70. And then we have a special gift. Special gift is $15. And that's for my daughter. I'm saving up to get her a necklace with her dad's thumbprint on it. And I'm not doing it by myself. I'm going in. So I know I have 100 in the bank. Let's see if that's it. Yep, 115. So we're ahead of the ball game on that. That makes me happy. It's going to be about $1,000. Personal care is going to receive 5. And after this week, I'm going to halt personal care because I think I'm okay in that category right now. And that can go towards tree removal. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, and $5. So I'm just going to put a halt next week, definitely on that one. Wish list should have $105 after I stuff $5. And I'll probably put a halt on wish list because, you know, I don't know, 120, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. So $195. I don't know, maybe I'll stuff another $5 next week just to bring it up to an even 200. Clothes, I'll probably put a halt to it. But this week it's going to get $65. And we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and $65. And then Lawn and Garden is now going to be my tree removal fund. This $5 bill is going to bring us up to $65. And so I might just start stuffing that other money into this category each week. So we've got 50, 55, 60, and $65. So instead of stuffing $5 a week, I'll be stuffing all of this other money into that category. Gifts is going to receive 5. And I'm probably not going to stuff gifts for a while. I do not have, I don't have anybody else outside of my family that I buy for throughout the year. So I'm just going to halt that and put that towards my tree removal. Easter is not getting funded right now. Thanksgiving is going to receive 5, which has us at $65. And I feel like I need to stuff that until it gets to 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 65. Just because I just feel like 100 should be my number for Thanksgiving food. That's all it is for food. And then Christmas for food. I think I'm going to do the same with it. And now stuffing this $5 bill should get us to 65. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 65. So, I think I'm going to call these fully funded when they get to 100. You know? You get what I'm saying? And I might be able to do something with my overflow money in this binder to make those right so I can at least start putting that money towards tree removal. We'll see. We'll count that money when I'm done. Christmas child, I'm not stuffing yet. Fire department, I'm not stuffing. And monthly giving, I'm not stuffing. And then the only thing left to stuff is for my children. And I'm just going to go ahead and get 10 5s out because I'll give them each $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I can move this out the way for right now. Open this up. This is my first little grandchild. This $5 will give him $100 in his envelope. His birthday's in October. My grandchildren, I'll spend $100 on their birthday and $100 on Christmas. So we've already got his birthday money taken care of. This little one, his birthday is on the 17th, and he should have $100 in. So I'm going to be using this. His birthday party's on the 20th of June. So I'm going to be using this money coming up soon. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $100, and $5. Now, how was that? Did I not mark something in? Oh, I did it. I didn't update these trackers. So now they're all at 105. So I've met my birthday goals for my grandchildren. All of them. So now I'm over $5. Yay! So I'll go back and update these trackers. I don't know why I didn't. So that makes me feel really good. So this is a granddaughter whose birthday's in October. So his birthday's in February. So we're really ahead of the ball game on him. You know? And then this grandson. And then we have my children and their spouses only gets $5 a week too, as a couple, because I give the guys $50 I'll spend on them, and I give the girls, I'll spend $100 on them for their birthday and Christmas. So everybody is up to $105 except for this one right here, because his birthday has already come and I've already spent $50 on him. So it's very exciting. And I'm not the best gift giver. I'm not good at buying gifts. So I normally give them their money in a card. And I do it in $5 bills because they all laugh, knowing that that's what I do, you know, that I stuff my envelopes. So let's go back and do something here, okay? So overflow money. That's the money, like, whenever I set my budget, and like this week I should have had $128 over that I didn't budget for. So I would take that extra cash and put it in the overflow to use towards something later. If something came up, it's almost like a miscellaneous envelope. And so I think what I'm going to do, just to fully fund Thanksgiving and Christmas, is I'm going to 65. What's 100 minus 65? Is that 35? Let's see. My brain's not working. I'm not sick. I'm not feeling good. 100 minus 65. Yep, $35. So I'm going to take overflow money and see if I can find $35. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $35. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. Okay, and I'm going to, on 6, 7 plus 35 equals 100. So I am fully funded. Yay! And I'm thinking I should take this money and actually, next time I go to the bank, and let it sit and earn interest as well. And put a fully funded in that envelope. What do y'all think? Because Thanksgiving, we've got 5 months. It can be earning interest, right? Let's do this. Okay, so now Christmas, Same thing. Let's see if we have $35 in overflow. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oops. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And I've got to pick up this $5 bill that I dropped on the floor. Okay. So that makes me happy. We'll update that tracker. And at least I have one more thing fully funded, and now I can start taking that money and putting towards my tree. And anything that I have in overflow can probably end up going towards the tree too if I need to. But that way I do not, hopefully will not have to pull from a high yield savings account to pay for a tree. I have worked so hard to build up that money. My goal is to have 3 to 6 months living expenses, and I want a $20,000 emergency fund along with enough money to pay my future bills. The future bills are not my monthly bills. I'm talking about the ones that come only once a year, the big ones. I would love to have that money sitting in my savings account at all times. You know, I would love to say, okay, I can now breathe. Please let me have this in my bank, this in the bank, and that in my bank at all times. And then I can start breathing and feeling good and being more generous with my money, and maybe doing some more good things. And then if a tree falls, I'm not going to be in such a panic, you know. I don't know. It just really is scary, you know. It's really scary. But I did go ahead and pay my first monthly installment of the house, and I think we have 2 more. So I'm probably going to end up using entertainment and adventure for that. Life is so fun. But I am a big stickler for this system, guys. I think it's wonderful. I think everybody should do it. And if I can encourage anybody living my little pitiful sorrow story, I know I'm lucky. I have it made. But if I can do this, you can definitely do it. You can do it. Let me see how much money, just so I can psych myself up this week. No, wrong envelope. Because for the savings challenge, the least amount of money that I spend in my cash wallet during the week is more money that I can apply towards these. So that's fully funded. This is $890. And we're only in that for $1,200. So the more money I save, I might have this one knocked out at the end of June, you know? So let's keep, we might be able to do it, guys. We might be able to do it. I might be able to have this one completely knocked out by the end of June. All I have to do is stay focused. Just stay focused. And then my goal was, after I snowballed these, I know I'm still saving for a month ahead, just $5 a week. It's adding up slowly but surely. Then once I start where I don't have to put $50 in a week for that, I can start funding my cash, another month ahead. You know? A month ahead is only my bills. I'm not going to do the 1s and the 5s and the 50s and the 100s. At first, I was going to take this binder and put $3,000 in it. But I don't think that's what 1 month ahead means. I think 1 month ahead should be my spending money, my groceries, dining out, miscellaneous, lunch, giving, maybe, insurance, water, electricity, all of my bills. You know, anything that's going to make my life continue normal. I do not have to stuff all of those categories just to survive, you know. So I think what I'm going to start with is just stuffing this and leaving this part out, you know. And right now I've got $65 in 1 month ahead that I've saved. So I would imagine that, let's see, $65. It can pay my cell phone bill. It can pay my Scrubby subscription. Gas. Could be a month of gas. But it could also be 1 week of groceries can already be prepaid. You know? So I'm going to start there. And I think how I'm going to do this whenever I start stuffing is I'm going to, I need to come through and set a budget, set a goal, and I might just start stuffing, you know, $5 a week here each week whenever I finish fully funding house taxes, house insurance, and car insurance, you know. Then I can take the money that I was using here and start funding this one as well. I just think we have so many options, don't we, guys? Anyway, thank you for watching. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. And please leave me a message. And please give me a thumbs up. It really does help. I'm at 85 subscribers, and my goal is to get to 100. And if that could happen, I would be like extremely, extremely excited. Anyway, God bless you guys. My favorite Bible verse is, may the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile down on you and be gracious to you. And may the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. And that is Numbers 6:24 through 26. Thanks, everybody. Bye.